Hello friends, you are welcome. This is Soft Reason. This lesson is dedicated to adding or producing a bar bending schedule. A bar bending schedule, okay? Just like this. Okay, this bar bending schedule, so that we will have the following in our bar bending schedule. Such as the quantity of the bar size, shape, length, weight, just like this. So in the previous lesson, we actually stopped at adding a rebar to this reinforce component of this structure. If I do Control 1, you see the rebars. Okay, so we produce the bar bending schedule. So let's start. All right, so we want to go to this menu, and then you'll be able to navigate to the editor. This one, click on it, and then click on template editor, because what we'll be creating is going to be a template that will enable us to produce a bar bending schedule. So this is a template editor's interface. At this interface, we want to create a new project by clicking on this new template. Then in the new template dialog, we will be considering the graphical template, this one. So you click or select the graphical template, click on OK. Alright, so we are having this now. Okay, so for us to be able to proceed, we want to create a header where we can input our text. So click on this point to create the header, just like this. Alright, the next row we are going to create is going to be for the field. Okay, the field where we can be able to input our field mark. So we are going to enable the row. Okay. Alright, so this row actually comes with content. Okay, so this row will tell us the content of this block we are producing. So this content of this block is meant for rebar. Okay, so we will have to navigate to the rebar, and we'll be able to select rebar, this one, just like this. Click on OK. Alright, so after producing these two rows, we need to partition these rows such that we can be able to input the text accordingly. So for us to do that, you can use this one line, okay, or this two here to be able to draw it. You can also import it too from AutoCAD. Coming to insert, and then you come to file. Okay, so I would like us to import from AutoCAD, but before we import it from AutoCAD, we have to set one or two things. Come to the option and then select this grid, and then make sure this snap is active. If you check it again, grid snap is active. Okay, this one. After which, let's dive into AutoCAD and see what is in AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD, we have a simple block just like this. Okay, if you check this block, they are individual lines just like that. Okay, so this is what we are going to be actually exporting to the Tekla structure for us to be able to produce and input some text for our bar bending schedule. Okay, so let us we have to save this. Just save it in DWG format. Okay, so after saving it, you can see the name BBS, bar bending schedule. I used to save it. It's in my document. So after saving it, you have to close it. Okay, and then we go back to the template editor. Alright, so here in the template editor, we will now navigate to the Insert tab, just like this. I click on File. Once you click on File, we'll be able to navigate to our document where I save the file as PBX. This one, see it here. Click on this and then click on OK to open it. So I want to insert it here, so I just click on this point to place it. In the process of placing it, you can see this dialog, select import method. So in AutoCAD is scale 1:1. Okay, so I will be using scale so as to be in line with what is in AutoCAD. So you just to select this scale and then click on OK. Once you click on OK, that is the block, okay, from AutoCAD. Alright, so if you want to explode it, you can just click on it, right click, and then click on group to explode it. So we want to start imputing the text. For us to do that, click on the text, this one. Then you just have to type bar bending schedule, just like this, bar bending schedule. Alright, just like this, click on OK, and then you can be able to place the text. Now you cannot move this text simultaneously because the snap is on. So just click any point here. If you want to off the snap, come to this point, come to grid, and then off this snap. Okay, now you can be able to move this text very easy. Okay, just like this, but I am okay by this. If you click on this text, you can see some other items here like the font and the text height. If you click this point, you can be able to set the text height. All right, so click on OK, including the color of the text. Okay, so I will apply and click on OK. So the next thing, I'll be having text in all these partitions. Okay, so I click on text again, and then I'll be able to have it to be QT, which is the quantity. So I click, and then I'll be able to place it here. This is represents the quantity. So I will just click on this one, right click. I'll be able to copy this, right click again, and then paste it. So I can have it in this place. Double click to edit it. This place I'll have a size of the rebar. Okay, just like that. Click on apply it, change this place to center. Okay, so I can move it this way, just like that, or I can just click on it. Let me edit the text font because it's too big. I want to make it can click here, make it 1.5, just like that. Click on OK. You can apply it just like this. Click on OK, then be able to move it this way. Do the same thing here. Okay, make this one center. All right, and then this place put 1.5, just like that. Click on OK, apply it, and OK. Then you can be able to just adjust it like this. Select this, copy it just like that, and then be able to paste it here. All right, so you paste it here. Double click here to change this place to shape. So just type shape here, just like this, and you can see the font here. Okay, and it is center. Click on apply it, and OK. You can also paste another one here, but at this point this place will be having it to be length. Double click on it to have the dialog show like this, and then to be able to change the name to length. Okay, just like that. Click on apply it, and OK. And also the same thing here, you just have to paste what you've copied originally. All right, double click on it, and then be able to have this place to be weight. Okay, just like that. Okay, apply it. Okay, so you're having all of this now being arranged like this. So you just have to select all by control, holding down the control key to be able to select multiple selections. We want to align it, and then right click, come to alignment to the bottom, and be able to align it just like this. All right, so after which select this, and then right click, click on group. All right, so we want to be copying this to these other provisions. Okay, so we just select it like this. You can see the part of this just like this is being selected. Right click, and then use copy, and then paste again. Bring it here, make sure it is in line with the one upward, just like this, and place it. Now this one being selected like this. Right click, and then you'll be able to group it back again, so you can adjust it by pulling it up just like this. Okay, to have a bigger space just like this. All right, so after which what you need to do now is I want us to crop this header and the row. Okay, so select the header, right click, and come to cropped. You can crop it left just like that, so it will be in line with the existing block. Okay, select it again, right click, and then you crop it left this time around, and then select again, right click, and then you'll be able to crop it. Sorry, it's not selected. Make sure you select it just like this, and then you can be able to crop the height just like this. Okay, come to this one too, select it too, and then crop the height too, just like that. So you're having something of this kind. Okay, you can see a border dotted line like this. So if you want to remove that border dotted lines, just double click on it. A dialog will show. Okay, in this dialog, the margin, you make it 0 just like this. We don't need that border. Okay, so click on OK to remove that border, and then select this again, and you can be able to crop it right, just like this. All right, so click on OK. All right, so after which you want to be adding the field. Okay, so we'll be using this icon for the value field. This icon was used for the text, this one, so you use this one for the value field. So select it. So once you select that, you just click on this provisions. So once you click, since here is size, okay, quantity, so we'll be coming to number. Select any of these, type N on the keyboard to be able to take you to close to the value you are looking for. So I'm looking for number, which is this one, number of object. So you just click it, you have it like this. So you can double click on this number of object and be able to check the content. Okay, so you can see the text is 1.5 and the length is 5. Okay, now I want to show you how this length works. If you increase this to 10, this will be increased. Okay, just like this, just make it 10, click on apply. You can see it's now bigger, so that's how it works. Apply, that just it will go by this, so it is just like this, a number. This place you can make it you need to make it an ascending and then some value across all rows. Alright, so click on apply it and okay, so pick the value field again, and for this is the size. Okay, so you just click on it, and then this place will be a combination of a grade and size. Now the grade is just like when you are having T16 diameter of reinforcement. The T is the grade and then the 16 is the size. So we want these two to be combined. So what we are going to select here is grade, type G here. Alright, grade, this one, click on this grade. Okay, alright, so after you click on this grade, you double click on it, it will take you to this dialog. On this grade you have text here, and then you have it ascending here. Alright, you can decide to also reduce this length to 5, just like that. Click on apply. Alright, so but in this grade, since we want a combination of size and grade, we need to add some formulas. Okay, so for us to be able to do that, you have to click on formula, just like this. So once you click on formula, you can see function here. Click on this function and then click on get value. So once you click on get value, you can see the formula here. Once you click on get value, you will be having something of this kind. Alright, so after you get something of this kind, you need to put plus here, plus sign here. Okay, you need to put plus sign here. As in before I produce this function, if I delete this function, okay, if I delete this function, I will be having something of this kind, just like this. So this one now I need to add plus sign here, because it's a combination of grade and size. So after I have the plus sign here, then I will now click this point and then click on get value, and then this point, this point here, that point. Alright, so sorry, this plus sign has moved to this point. The plus sign is supposed to be between this point here. Okay, so you do control to put the plus sign, then click in this point and then select what you needed to put in there. So I want to put size there inside of that bracket to complete that formula, just like this. Alright, so you can see now get value plus get grade plus get value, you get size. So you check the formula if it is correct. You can see the formula is correct. Click on OK and click on OK here. Alright, so you just have to click on OK too, but in this case there is nothing like a decimal. If not, I could have said the decimal is 0 here. Alright, so for this particular one, so you click on apply and OK. So this point now will be using the feed value again for the length. You just have to click this point, then you go to length, and then you'll be able to select this one, length. Okay, just like that. After which you double click on this length. So I want this length to consist of a decimal. The decimal shouldn't be just 0. Okay, so you can just make it maybe 2 decimal places, just like that. Alright, after which you can just click on apply it and then you OK, just like this. Then you do the same thing here for the weight. Type W to get to the weight and then click on OK. If you double click it, check the decimal is 0. The weight, the unit is in kg, okay, which is the weight of the bar. Alright, so you just have to increase the decimal places to be 2, just like this. Okay, after which you just have to click on apply that. Okay, so for this shape, we are going to be using this graphical feed. Click on the graphical feed and then you can pick any of these points, press and hold the left of the mouse to drag it just the way I'm doing it. Release your hand, you'll be having something like this. This is just what you need, okay, in this particular provisions. Okay, you can now select this one, go your control key to be able to select multiple of this, right click and then align this to the bottom, just like this. Okay, so this is how we can be able to produce our block for the purpose of bar bending schedule. Now we are going to save this. Okay, we are going to save this. So what we need to do is click on save. You can see save here, click on it. So we want to save it in the directory of our work. You can see the name of the work is new lesson 1. Okay, new lesson 1. So we want to navigate to the drive C and then to be able to get to Tekla structure model like this. Then we will be able to navigate to new lesson 1, which is this one. Double click inside and then we'll give it a name, the template. So we'll call the template T lesson 1. Take note of this name. T lesson 1 is the name of the template we created. So click on OK. So the template has been saved in that directory. Okay. Alright, so now we want to move to the Tekla structure. So we just have to actually close this one. Alright, and then we navigate to the Tekla structure. So for us to be able to use that template successfully, we need to do some settings, which you have to come to this drawing and report, and then you come to drawing property and you come to drawing layout editor, just like this. Alright, so in the layout editor we will be creating a new layout. Click on the new layout. In this new layout you give it a name. I want this layout to be called rebar BX. Okay, just like this, rebar BX. This is the name, and then I want to be considering A3 for this. I select it. Mind you, this is Tekla structure 2020. Okay, so this is the name, the drawing size A3. I click on create. So this is the paper size I've created. You can see the name rebar BX. Okay, right. The next thing, I want to add table, the table that we created in the template. Okay, so you click on it, and then the name was T lesson 1. So you just type T here to be able to locate it. See it here. This is the table here, T lesson 1. So select it. So once you select it, I want the table to be by this corner, so I'll just have to place it here. So here is the table. Okay, close this one, and then to be able to save this, take note of this name, rebar BS. Okay, and then now I have to save this just like this. So once you save it, you close the layout editor. Okay, so after you close the layout editor, one more thing we need to do is, since we are producing a cast unit drawing, we'll come to this drawing property and then we select cast unit drawing, so we can do a few settings here. So you click on that point, it will take you to this place. In this place, the first thing you will do is to change the standard to rebar schedule. Okay, and then you give it a name. The name of this will be a bar B schedule, depending on how you want the name to be, just like this. Okay, bar B schedule. This one I will not, the 32, I will not change this one. Okay, and then I'll come to where I see layout, click on this layout, then the layout, this drop down, you select rebar BX, the sheet that you save. Okay, so that when you are producing the drawing, you will be considering and referencing this particular sheet. Okay, so after which click on apply it and okay. Alright, so you can also check some things like the view. Yeah, okay, you can turn some of this view on depending on what you are producing. Okay, but for now I will leave it at that. Now those are the necessary things I think I can set in this place. After which I will now have to click on save. Yeah, I'll click on save here. After which I have to save in the that side. That side is hidden, so let me turn on the screen controller. Okay, so I will, with the help of my screen controller, after I must have clicked here to save this format, I will go down, click on apply, and then click on OK. Alright, so after I must have done that, the next thing I will do, I want to select this particular footings, this one. I'll select this footing, or I'll just do Ctrl+4 to go to the solid. Then I'll be able to select this footing just like this. So once this footing is selected, I will come to this perform numbering and then be able to click on this number modified object. Alright, you can see numbering completed here. So after which I can now right click on it and then come to create drawing and then cast unit drawing. You can see here creating drawing finished. One drawing created successfully. For me to be able to see this drawing, I will have to come to this document manager. I'll click on it, and then in the document manager under cast unit drawing, you see this particular drawing created. Double click on it, so it will take you to the main folder. So you have to just close this one to see your drawing. So this is the drawing of the footings. Okay, so you can see the bar bending schedule here as we have set it to be. You can see H8 H16 just like this. Okay, this one is the laser bar. This one is the laser bar. Okay, this bar is for the starter bar. This one is the starter bar. The length is 900. So you can see every details of the weight. You can see the weight of these bars. So with this you can be able to get your bar bending schedule just like this, and then do your further stuff for your project. So this is how to produce a bar bending schedule and template, and then be able to make it work out just like this. So I believe strongly that the lesson of you have learned one or two things in this lesson. For you to be able to stay tuned, you just have to hit on the subscribe button, like the lesson, share it as well, and then stay tuned for more advanced lesson. For I do lesson like this every week. Bye for now.